Hey guys, off the mic sports network here. I've got to do this as kind of like, overall big picture, like, I guess you could call my truly hot take from this game, which I don't think is really that much of a hot take. Um, I've got to say, I like Jalen Hurts. I think his story is amazing, considering like he was benched in a national title game, won the national title. Um, and now he goes to the NFL, was kind of outcasted, was a second round pick, ultimately now gets to two Super Bowls, wins one. I don't think Jalen Hurts should have been the MVP of Super Bowl 59. I don't think that's necessarily that controversial of a take. He played really well in this game. 221 yards through the air. He only had 5 incompletions. He had an interception, but 2 touchdowns through the air, 1 on the ground, 72 yards rushing. So he almost had 300 yards of total offense. And you may be saying to yourself, Mike, why are you down on Jalen Hurts? Let's be real here. Let's be honest. Was Jalen Hurts the reason why the Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl this year? And if you're looking at me right now and definitively telling me yes, you are crazy. You are crazy. It's because this is a quarterback league. He played well enough to get this award. But I turned to a bunch of people who I was watching the game with, including my sister, my mom, and a bunch of other people. And I was like, Jalen Hurts doesn't deserve to be the MVP of this game. This should be the Eagles defense. They had 3 turnovers, 6 sacks. They held a Kansas City Chiefs team and maybe one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, Patrick Mahomes, to 275 yards of total offense. They held them to 3 of 11 on third down. Only 12 first downs in this game. They held them to 49 yards rushing. 49 yards rushing. 6 sacks. Josh Sweat, I think, had 2.5 sacks in this game. Jalen Carter was all over the place. They just couldn't figure out who they wanted to give the MVP award. So they just went with the easy choice. And Saquon Barkley did not have a great game. It would have been easy to give it to Saquon because he's the best player on the team. But Jalen Hurts, the quarterback, played really well. And this is not to disrespect Jalen Hurts at all. But he was not the reason why they won this game. He was not the most valuable player in this game. The most valuable players in this game was the Eagles defense. Hell, if you could have given the MVP award to Vic Fangio, I would have given it to Vic Fangio. If you could have given the MVP award to Howie Roseman, I would have given it to Howie Roseman. I'm not trying to disrespect Jalen Hurts at all. He played outstanding in this game. But I've seen guys, Malcolm Smith, you guys can tell me who Malcolm Smith is. He won the Super Bowl MVP in one of the most notorious blowouts because he had a pick 6 in the game. Give it to Cooper DeJean, a rookie who had a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. There were so many other options in this game rather than let's just give it to the quarterback. He had 3 touchdowns in this game. Great. That's not the reason why they won. I gave you all the defensive statistics in this game. They made the Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes, who's considered one of the great quarterbacks of this generation, look like a mortal human being. Somebody on that defense needed to be the MVP, and they just didn't want to do it. Then they went, let's go with the politically obvious choice, and let's go with Patrick Mahomes. Or let's go with, if we're not going to go with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs win, let's go with Jalen Hurts. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I like Jalen Hurts. I think he's an awesome story, and I think he's got a great, methodology and a great, way he carries himself. But he was not the MVP of the Super Bowl. Come on. Are we kidding ourselves? What are we doing? Anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.